Hello, guys. Hope you all are doing well, safe at your home, studying properly, preparing well for your board exams. Okay, so today over here we'll be discussing about chemistry part of ICB lectures, that is for ICB batch 2 and ICB batch 3. Let's start with this. But before that, I have observed that still you all are confused with what to study and what to not, because school teachers are teaching something different and at MT we are teaching something different. So actually you have to follow what is taught to you at MT. Reason, because we are following board pattern, board portion, updated portion which is given by board. So please follow that. And in case still you have confusion, then I'll share one file with your branch head. They will share that file with you where all the topics which are removed, which are deducted are given. So just skip those topics and study the remaining things. Okay, chalo. Let's start with today's lecture. Now, very first thing, chemistry, which is the part of science 1. So let's discuss the paper pattern of science 1. In science 1, the very first question is question number 1, which is divided into two parts, question 1A and 1B, where question 1A, 5 marks, 5 MCQs. So you have to select the correct answer and write it. You will get 5 marks easily. And question number 1B for different combination of objectives, true or false, odd one out, correlation, match the column, etc. So in short, in science 1 paper, there are 10 marks objectives which you have to prepare properly. So please, dear kids, prepare objectives very well. Okay. After objectives, what are the other types of questions which comes in your board exam? So the very first question is give scientific reason, question number 2A, a compulsory give reason question. Let's discuss few give reason over here. Okay, very first, sodium is always kept in kerosene. Let's discuss the reason why it is kept in kerosene. Very easy. Sodium is a highly reactive metal. We know in reactivity series, sodium is second from the top. That means it is highly reactive metal. Highly, सबसे ज़्यादा reactive है potassium, then it is sodium. Okay, it reacts with water vapor present in the air to form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So simply it reacts with water vapor present in the air to release hydrogen gas, and in this reaction a lot of heat is also released. So which is given in the next point, hydrogen gas released catches fire in presence of oxygen due to liberation of heat during the reaction. That means simply we can say there is heat in the surrounding. Again, that is released because of reaction, and hydrogen gas, which is a combustible gas. So this hydrogen gas catches fire because of heat energy and also in presence of oxygen. But if we store sodium inside kerosene, so next point it is given, sodium do not react with kerosene. It does not react with kerosene and it sinks in it. Sinks means it goes down in it, and it do not react with kerosene. So kerosene के साथ no reaction, hence it is safe over there. It remains as it is. Thus, to prevent sodium from coming in contact with air, it is immersed in kerosene, or we can say it is always kept in kerosene. Important 2 mark answer. Next, anodes needs to be replaced from time to time during the electrolysis of alumina. Let's discuss this. So during electrolysis of alumina, that is Al2O3, aluminium is deposited on cathode and oxygen is released at anode. Okay, यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन में क्या है, anodes needs to be replaced, sorry. So we'll focus on anode over here. So oxygen which is released at anode, this anode is made up of graphite. तो second point में क्या दिया हुआ है, oxygen reacts with the carbon in the graphite anode to form carbon dioxide. That means slowly, the carbon of anode is combining with oxygen gas and that is transformed into carbon dioxide. That will result in size reduction. तो वही दिया है next point में. Hence, the size of graphite rods, that is anode, decreases over time. Therefore, anodes needs to be replaced from time to time during the electrolysis of alumina. Okay, very simple. At anode, oxygen is released. That oxygen combines with carbon at anode, that is graphite, and carbon dioxide is formed. This results in size reduction of anode. Hence, we have to replace it. Okay. Next, elements belonging to same group have same valency. And similar answer we have for another question, which is alkaline earth metals have valency too. Both the questions have similar answer. Let's discuss that. So valency of element depends upon the number of electrons in the outermost shell of an atom. So electrons in the outermost shell determine its valency. And for that, हमें क्या करना होता है? Very first thing we have to do is write electronic configuration. So from electronic configuration, we will get valence electrons, that is electrons in the outermost shell, and from there we can identify valency. Correct? Okay, next point. Elements belong to same group have same number of electrons in the outermost shell, that is valence electrons, hence their valency is same. Therefore, elements belonging to same group will have same valency. Simple. क्या point? Second point important है. In a group, always elements have same number of valence electrons, hence their valency is same. अच्छा, अभी next वाला question क्या था? Alkaline earth metals have valency too. तो यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी दिया है अल्कलाइन अर्थ मेटल्स बिलोंग टू सेकेंड ग्रुप ऑफ मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल. फर्स्ट पॉइंट सेम रहेगा. वैलेंसी ऑफ एन एलिमेंट डिपेंड्स ऑन नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन द आउटरमोस्ट शेल ऑफ एन एटम. Then elements belong to same group have same number of electrons in the outermost shell, that is valence electron, hence their valency is same. For example, third point आपको एक ऐड करना है. For example, alkaline earth metals belong to second group of modern periodic table and they have two valence electrons. Hence, all the elements in alkaline earth metals, or you can say all the elements in that group have valency 2. खत्म. सिर्फ एक छोटा सा पॉइंट ऐड करना है. That's it. Okay. Next. It takes time for pieces of Shahabad tiles to disappear in HCl, but its powder disappears rapidly. That means if there are pieces of Shahabad tiles, it will take time to react, but powder will react rapidly, that is quickly. Why? Chalo, let's discuss the answer. So when HCl is added to Shahabad stone, let it be Shahabad tiles or powder, effervescence of carbon dioxide is formed. Because Shahabad tile means what? It is calcium carbonate. So calcium carbonate will react with HCl and it gives carbon dioxide gas. So the effervescence of carbon dioxide is formed slowly with the pieces of Shahabad tiles while at a faster rate with the powdered form. Why it takes time? Why it reacts slowly with tiles and why it reacts faster with powder? Reason, next point. This is because the rate of reaction depends upon the size of particle of reactants. Size large, reaction will take time. Size small, reaction will be faster. Okay, so size of particle of reactant, an important factor decides the rate of reaction. So this is one of the factors. Smaller the size of the reactant particles, higher is the rate of reaction. Hence, it takes time for pieces of Shahabad tiles to disappear in HCl, but powder disappears rapidly. So pieces size large, it will take time. Smaller size, that is in the powdered form, it will react fast. Okay, so this were few give reason questions. That is question number 2A. And from question number 2B onwards, that is question 2B, question 3 and question 4, we have different activity based questions. And the chemistry may the very first activity based question can be chemical equations. Now chemical equations, they can ask you in different forms. Okay, very first, reactions are given in statement. That means a statement is given to you. You have to write the chemical reaction, that is chemical equation, and then balance it. Okay. For example, the statement given over here is a reaction was brought about between manganese oxide and aluminium. So manganese oxide formula Mn, aluminium, sorry, manganese oxide is MnO2, aluminium Al. So in the statement given over here, they have given us the reactants, that is MnO2 plus Al. We have to write the products and then balance it. We get Mn plus Al2O3 plus heat. And this reaction is a Thermit reaction. Thermit reaction means a large amount of heat is released, due to which we get molten manganese metal. Manganese metal which is formed on the product side, we get that metal in the molten form, that means in the liquid state. Okay, so this is how you have to get the information from the statement given and then write the equation and then balancing. Similar, let's see one more example. Extraction of copper from its sulfide ore. Again, this is also a textual question. The first question was textual question. That reaction is given in textbook. Similarly, the second reaction are also given in the textbook. Now, extraction of copper from its sulfide ore, मतलब copper का ore कौन सा है? Sulfide. So formula copper sulfide का Cu2S. And what we have to do for extraction of copper? Simply heating. When we heat anything, it reacts with oxygen in the air. But this is a two-step reaction. एक step में complete नहीं होता. Cu2S, it reacts with oxygen in the air to give us Cu2O, copper oxide plus sulfur dioxide gas SO2. यहाँ पे stop नहीं होता. Copper oxide and copper sulfide, that is Cu2O and Cu2S, reacts further to give us copper and sulfur dioxide gas. So now finally we get pure copper metal plus sulfur dioxide gas is released. So this is a two-step reaction. You have to write both the reaction and that too balanced. Okay, both the equations along with proper balancing. Next, word equation will be given to you. You have to write the chemical equation and then you have to do the balancing. थोड़ा सा easy हो जाएगा. For example, oleum plus water gives sulfuric acid. Now again, this is a textual question, but textbook में the direct reaction is given. नाम उसका oleum नहीं mention किया है कहीं पे. But as it is a textual question, you should know the name of each and everything. So H2S2O7, which is oleum. When we add oleum to water, we get sulfuric acid H2SO4. Simple combination reaction. And then balancing clear, just you have to write 2H2SO4. That's it. Okay. One more example. Aluminium plus steam gives us alumina plus hydrogen gas. So aluminium Al plus steam. Now steam is nothing but water vapor. So water in the form of vapor, liquid, water or ice, formula remains same, H2O. So Al plus H2O gives us Al2O3 plus H2, hydrogen gas is released. Now alumina is nothing but aluminium oxide, metallurgy chapter. So we get Al2O3 plus hydrogen gas is released, H2. And then again balancing we have to do. So this is second type. Third type, skeletal chemical equation. That means a equation is given to you. What you have to do is only balancing. Very easy. For example, the equation given is KClO3 gives KCl plus O2. Equation क्या दिया हुआ है? KClO3 plus sorry gives KCl plus O2. हमें सिर्फ इसका बैलेंसिंग करना. Let's do it very easy. अच्छा, इसका बैलेंसिंग हम करते हैं so that हमारा बैलेंसिंग भी एक बार रिवाइज हो जाए. Now potassium, in the left hand side, that is reactant, we have 1. On the product side also we have 1 potassium equal, so it is balanced. Then chlorine on the reactant side 1, product side be 1, again balanced. Oxygen on the reactant side 3, product side 2. Not equal, दोनों साइड इक्वल नहीं है, so it is unbalanced. एंड बैलेंस करने के लिए क्या करना होगा? अच्छा, यहाँ पे वन साइड देयर आर 3 ऑक्सीजन, अदर साइड देयर आर 2 ऑक्सीजन, इवन ऑड है. तो फॉर दिस व्हाट वी हैव टू डू इज हमेशा ऑड को पहले इवन करो. Odd number of oxygen, that is 3 on the reactant side, make it even by multiplying by 2. So we have to write 2 KClO3 and oxygen becomes 2 3s are 6. अच्छा, reactant में 6 oxygen, product में कितने हैं? 2. How to make it 6? By multiplying by 3. 3 2s are 6. तो यहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन बैलेंस्ड. अच्छा, बट हमने ऑक्सीजन को बैलेंस किया तो बाजू वाला भी अफेक्ट हुआ. ऑक्सीजन के बाजू वाला कौन? पोटेशियम एंड क्लोरीन. So potassium and chlorine also changes. Earlier, both potassium and chlorine were 1 1 each on reactant and product side. But on reactant side, potassium and chlorine are 2. And on the reactant side it is 2 and product side it is 1. So to balance it, we have to multiply by 2. And then hamara final equation balanced. Okay. Similarly, one more equation is given to you, reaction of copper with concentrated nitric acid. Complete equation is given to you, just you have to do is balancing. And last type of chemical equation which might come in your exam is either incomplete or incorrect chemical equation is given. Incorrect. First example, MnO2 plus HCl gives MnCl plus H2O plus Cl. Here two formulas are incorrect, wrong दिया है. कौन से दो formulas? First, MnCl नहीं, it should be MnCl2. And second, chlorine is always Cl2. कभी भी single chlorine नहीं होता, it is always Cl2. Okay, so first we have to write the correct formulas and then उसके बाद simply balancing करना. So this is incorrect equation is given, you have to correct it and then write the formula balancing, then do the balancing. Or second option, second type is incomplete equation. For example, reactants are given, products are not given. You have to write the products and then do balancing. That is silver nitrate plus calcium chloride gives us dash plus dash. So it is calcium nitrate and silver chloride. To write the formulas and then balancing. So this is all about chemical equations. We can ask you chemical equations in 4 different types as we have discussed over here along with proper examples. So please prepare chemical equations properly, thoroughly. Don't leave anything. Just write all the chemical equations in a book and keep practicing these equations. It is very easy and very scoring. Let's proceed. Next, complete the following paragraph using the words in bracket. That means few words are given to you in bracket. You have to complete the paragraph. Very easy. So first, in hydraulic separation method, the finely grounded ore is released in the tank. मतलब यहाँ पे दे दिया है hydraulic separation method. So you have to think for that. Okay. A forceful jet of water is introduced in the tank from the dash side. Forceful jet of water, it comes from the lower side, नीचे से आता है. Then dash are dash and therefore they flow out along with the water jet. Okay, water jet के साथ क्या flow होता है? If you remember, it is gang particles, and gang particles are light in weight. So gang are lighter and therefore they flow out along with the water jet from the outlet on the upper side of the tank. So all the options are given to you above, you can see. Just you have to select the particular option and write it properly. That's it. Okay. At the same time, dash of the ore are collected at the dash from the lower side of the tank. So that is heavy particles of the ore are collected at the bottom from the lower side of the tank. And these heavy particles are nothing but concentrated ore. So this is how we can get concentrated ore from the proper ore and we can remove the impurities, that is gang particles. So simply 6 filling the blanks, half mark each, you will get 3 marks. इसके लिए क्या करना है, कुछ नहीं करना है, सिर्फ टेक्स्ट बुक रीडिंग करना है प्रॉपरली, बिकॉज यहाँ पे जो भी पूछा था ये पूरा पैराग्राफ टेक्स्ट बुक का ही है. So what you have to do is just read the textbook properly and thoroughly. That's it. Let's discuss one more example. Okay. Now it is something related to Hall's process. In Hall's process, the ore is powdered and then leached by heating with aqueous dash. अच्छा, Hall's process में क्या यूज होता है? सोडियम कार्बोनेट के सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड? द आंसर इज सोडियम कार्बोनेट. So it is leached by heating with aqueous sodium carbonate in the digester tank to form water soluble sodium aluminate. Okay. Then the insoluble impurities are filtered out. The filtrate is warmed and neutralized by passing dash gas through it. So it is carbon dioxide gas through it. This results in the precipitation of aluminium hydroxide. And then reaction is given. क्या है? First, aluminium oxide Al2O3.2H2O plus sodium carbonate gives sodium aluminate, carbon dioxide and water. Next, sodium aluminate plus water तो था ही, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस हमने ऐड किया, तो वही दिया ना, सी वहां पे ऊपर दिया, द फिल्ट्रेट इज वार्म्ड एंड न्यूट्रलाइज्ड बाय पासिंग कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस थ्रू इट. तो उसमें कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस पास किया एंड दिस रिजल्ट्स इन प्रेसिपिटेशन ऑफ एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड. तो वहां पे जो डाउनवर्ड एरो दिया है along with underline there aluminum hydroxide will come. So this is how, my dear kids, you have to complete the paragraphs, okay, which is very easy. Just thoda sa understanding and textbook reading is required. If you have read the textbook properly, then everything is from textbook only. And they have given options also, तो आपके लिए और easy हो गया. Just you have to select a particular option and fit it properly. Okay. Next, now figure based question. Diagram or figure is given to you. You have to write the answer. Okay. A part of periodic table is given below. What you have to write is, first question, write the symbol of element B. अच्छा, element B जो है उसका symbol लिखना है. So element B कौन सा होगा? Let's try to find out that. Okay. तो हमें first 20 एलिमेंट्स का शॉर्टकट पता है, विच इज हाई हेलो लिसन, बीबीसी न्यूज ऑन फ्राइडे नाइट, ना मांगो आलिया से पेप्सी सोडा कोला और काजू केक. तो वन बाय वन हम यहाँ पे बोलते जाएंगे एंड देन अकॉर्डिंगली विल गेट द एलिमेंट बी. तो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट हाई, दैट इज हाइड्रोजन. देन हेलो, दैट इज हीलियम. देन लिसन, लिथियम. बी, बेरिलियम. देन बी अगेन बोरॉन. सी, कार्बन. न्यूज, बीबीसी न्यूज, नाइट्रोजन. सो जहां पे बी है वहां पे क्या आया? नाइट्रोजन. सो द सिंबल ऑफ एलिमेंट बी इज नथिंग बट नाइट्रोजन. ओके, so it is nitrogen N. Will C and D have same number of valence electrons? The answer is yes. Why they have same number of valence electrons? Because both these elements belong to same group. हमने स्टार्टिंग में ही गिव रीजन एक डिस्कस किया था. एलिमेंट्स बिलोंगिंग टू सेम ग्रुप हैव सेम वैलेंसी. व्हाई? बिकॉज दे हैव सेम नंबर ऑफ वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. सो एज सी एंड डी बिलोंग्स टू सेम group, they have same valence electrons, hence their valency is also same. Okay, name any two elements that will have properties similar to A. Now A symbol जो यहाँ पे लिखा है, it is written in group 2. So you have to write any two elements of group 2. अच्छा, ग्रुप 2 में कौन से एलिमेंट्स है? अगेन शॉर्टकट, बेटा मांगे कार, स्कूटर बाप राजी. ठीक है, तो एलिमेंट्स कौन से हैं? बेटा दैट इज बेरिलियम, मांगे मैग्नीशियम, कार कैल्शियम, स्कूटर स्ट्रोंशियम, बाप बेरियम, राजी रेडियम. वी हैव टू राइट एनी टू एलिमेंट्स ओवर हियर, so that is calcium and magnesium. So this is how from the paragraph you have to write the, sorry, from the figure given you have to write the answer. Very easy. ठीक है. Next, again one more figure is given to us. We have to write the answer. Label A and B. So this particular question is from metallurgy chapter. Reaction of metals with water wala topic hai. So A is nothing but metal sample and B is nothing but glass wool soaked in water. Textual diagram hai. Please go through the textbook properly. Okay, next. Give example of one metal which reacts in the given image. So in this image, which all metals react? So these are few moderately reactive metals which react in this particular setup, that is aluminium, iron and zinc. So you have to write any one and write, give the balanced chemical equation of calcium metal reacting with water. So Ca calcium plus water gives us calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas is released. So this is the balance, this is the equation and you have to balance it. So thus that is 2H2O. That's it. Okay. So see guys, this is very easy. In history for 3 mark answer, you have to write half a page answer. Okay. In languages for 3 mark, 4 mark letter essay, you have to write one pages. But here for 3 marks, what you have to do is just 3 simple lines. That's it. Nothing else. आपको कुछ नहीं लिखना है. But what is required over here is your understanding. So please prepare well. And the only thing what you have to do for this is textbook reading. Okay. Okay. Next type of question. Study the paragraph and answer the question given below it. So the first question is, paragraph. In the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic numbers. This arrangement is based on the modern periodic law, which states that the properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic numbers. In the modern periodic table, each column is called as a group and each row is called a period. Elements with the same group show similarity and gradation in the properties. This is due to same number of electrons in the outermost shell. Based on the above paragraph, answer the following questions. Chalo, let's do this. How many groups are there in the modern periodic table? ये हमने पढ़ा है starting से. There are 18 groups and 7 periods. So groups पूछा है, that is answer is only 18. अच्छा, it is not necessary कि आपको पैराग्राफ में से ही आंसर मिलेगा हमेशा. Like languages में होता है, not necessary. Paragraph में information is given to you, okay, about one particular topic. And question वो टॉपिक पे कहीं से भी हो सकता है, जरूरी नहीं है. जैसे यहाँ पे पैराग्राफ दिया है ऑन मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल, they have not mentioned there are 18 groups and 7 periods in the paragraph, but still वहां पे पूछा है. So such questions can also come. Okay, so there are 18 groups in the modern periodic table. Second, what is the trend in the variation of valency while going down a group? As we go from top to bottom in a group, what will happen to valency? हमने give reason पढ़ा था, valency remains same. And next, which pair of elements do you think will have similar properties? अच्छा, similar properties किसमें होती है? When elements belong to same group, they have similar property. So what you have to do is just identify which elements belong to same group. अच्छा, do sodium and argon belong to same group? Answer is no. Sodium group 1, argon group 18. अलग अलग group है, नहीं. Sodium and potassium same group? Yes, both of them belongs to group 1. So this can be our answer. Last वाला भी एक बार check कर लेते. Potassium and neon, do they belong to same group? Answer is again no. Potassium group 1, neon group 18. So the correct answer is sodium and potassium. Again, simply 3-line answer and you will get 3 marks for it. Next, one more example is given. Rita observes that during winter, setting of milk into curd takes more time, while during summer, the same process happens faster. She asks about this difference in time taken to her elder sister. She also asked her sister about why certain reactions occurs rapidly while other occurs slowly. Her sister explains her doubts about the various factors that affect the rate of chemical reaction. So again, based on this paragraph, two questions are asked. First, why do you think setting of curd occurs at different rate during different season? It is simply because of one of the very important factor, that is temperature. So the surrounding temperature affects the rate of chemical reaction. The rate of chemical reaction depends on the temperature. Therefore, because of the surrounding temperature, the rate of setting of curd is different in different seasons. Obviously, summer में temperature high, reaction will be fast, so we can say setting of curd is fast. Winter में temperature low, reaction slow, so setting of curd takes more time. Simple reason. Okay, next. The rate of different reaction is different, justify the statement. Yes, different reaction have different rate because rate of reaction, or we can say rate, is nothing but speed. Speed of reaction depends on five factors. And which are those five factors? That is nature of reactants, size of particles of reactants, concentration of the reactants, temperature of the reaction, and catalyst. Because of these five factors, rate of reaction, or we can say speed of reaction, changes. We saw one example of temperature over here. So again, based on paragraph, questions might come in your exam. So please prepare for this question. अच्छा, इसके लिए कैसे prepare करें? I'll be sharing one PDF file which has all the type of questions, maximum possibility questions उसमें दिए हुए हैं. तो आपको वो सब प्रैक्टिस करना है, बट उसके पहले आपको टेक्स्ट बुक रीडिंग करना है, which I am repeating again and again. Okay, next, answer the following simple. Write down the electronic configuration of the following elements and answer the following question with explanation. Okay, so few elements are given to you along with their atomic number. सबसे पहले क्या करना है? We have to write their electronic configuration. And then accordingly we have to answer, that is, which of this atom have the smallest atomic radius. Okay, let's write the electronic configuration first. The potassium atomic number 19, configuration हो जाएगा 2,8,8,1. Lithium atomic number 3, configuration 2,1. Sodium atomic number 11, electronic configuration 2,8,1. Beryllium atomic number 4, electronic configuration 2,2. Okay, क्वेश्चन क्या है? स्मॉलेस्ट एटॉमिक रेडियस. स्मॉलेस्ट साइज किसका होगा? तो आंसर इज बेरिलियम हैज द स्मॉलेस्ट एटॉमिक रेडियस. व्हाई? उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन लिखना वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज इट इज आस्क्ड इन द क्वेश्चन. मेन हेडिंग पर. अच्छा, हम जनरली क्या करते हैं? हम इतने एक्साइटेड हो जाते हैं बिकॉज क्या पूछा? इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखने आता है. स्मॉलेस्ट साइज कौन सा? ये भी हमें पता है, बेरिलियम. बेरिलियम लिख के छोड़ दिया. एक्सप्लेनेशन कौन लिखेगा? नहीं पता. क्यों? हम आगे का ही पढ़ के एक्साइट होता है कि पीछे का पढ़ते ही नहीं है और छोड़ के चले जाते हैं आगे, विच इज वेरी रॉन्ग. प्लीज राइट द एक्सप्लेनेशन प्रॉपरली. Okay, what's the explanation? Now, very first thing, elements like lithium and beryllium have only two shells occupied, hence they will have smaller atomic radius than the other given elements. So total 4 elements are given to us over here, out of which lithium and beryllium will have they are having two shells, while sodium is having 3 shells and potassium is having 4 shells. And we know more the number of shells, larger is the atomic size. तो पोटेशियम एंड सोडियम तो बाय डिफॉल्ट निकल गया यहां से. वी आर लेफ्ट विथ ओनली 2 elements, lithium and beryllium, because both of them are having two shells each. Okay, next, among lithium and beryllium, the element with more number of valence electrons will experience a greater pull from the nucleus and the atomic radius decreases. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या दिया है? Simply, as we go from left to right in a period, atomic radius decreases. Why? Because more the number of electrons, that is, we can say atomic number ज़्यादा, and atomic number is nothing but number of electrons and protons. So if number of electrons are more, number of protons are also more, एंड जितने ज्यादा प्रोटॉन उतना ज्यादा न्यूक्लियर पुल। तो वही दिया है अमोंग लिथियम एंड बेरिलियम, इफ वी ऑब्जर्व बेरिलियम का एटॉमिक नंबर ज्यादा है। So the element with more number of valence electrons, that is beryllium, will experience greater pull from the nucleus. Why? Because जितने ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन उतने ज्यादा प्रोटॉन, and proton pulls the electrons. So in beryllium, compared to lithium, number of protons are more, hence greater pull from the nucleus, and therefore atomic radius decreases. Hence question. ठीक है? Next, similar question again. Nitrogen, hydrogen, calcium, sulfur, beryllium, argon. Which of these belongs to second group? Acha, elements belong to second group. What is the condition? They should have two electrons in the outermost shell. How we will come to know whether they have two electrons or not? By writing electronic configuration. तो हमने सब एलिमेंट्स का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखा, दैट इज नाइट्रोजन 2,5, हाइड्रोजन 1, कैल्शियम 2,8,8,2, सल्फर 2,8,6, बेरिलियम 2,2 एंड आर्गन 2,8,8। अच्छा, क्वेश्चन क्या है? विच ऑफ दिस बिलोंग्स टू सेकेंड ग्रुप? सेकेंड ग्रुप मीन्स आउटर मोस्ट शेल शुड हैव टू इलेक्ट्रॉन्स। अच्छा, आउट ऑफ द फॉलोइंग विच एलिमेंट हैज टू इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन द आउटर मोस्ट शेल? The answer is calcium and beryllium. Both these elements have two electrons in the outermost shell. अभी इसका explanation. Elements belong to second group should have two electrons in their outermost shell. Here calcium and beryllium have two valence electrons, hence they belong to second group. As simple as that. Explanation can be of 3 points, 5 points, or it can be of simply 2 points or 1 point also. But writing explanation is very important. Okay. Then one more similar question. A condition is given to us. Okay, डायरेक्ट ना पैराग्राफ दिया है ना क्वेश्चन आंसर्स दिए, कंडीशन दिया है। क्या कंडीशन दिया है? अ सॉल्यूशन ऑफ फेरस सल्फेट वाज केप्ट इन एल्यूमिनियम कैन। एक एल्यूमिनियम का टिन, जैसे हम लोग के आपको कोको कोला का टिन आता है, माउंटेन ड्यू का टिन आप लोग जनरली यूज करते हो, रेड बुल का टिन आता है, एक्सेट्रा। सो सिमिलर एल्यूमिनियम कैन इज देयर। Inside that aluminum can ferrous sulfate FeSO4 solution is kept. After few days the can was found to have number of holes in it. उसके अंदर छोटे छोटे holes थे. Why? चलो उसका आंसर मिलेगा from the question. Explain the observation with the help of balanced chemical equation. We have to explain with the help of equations. So very first thing over here, question में क्या दिया है? Solution of ferrous sulfate was kept in aluminium can. That means over here there are two substances, aluminium and ferrous sulfate FeSO4, and the displacement reaction is taking place between both the substances. Why displacement reaction? Because if we observe, aluminium is more reactive than iron, hence aluminium displaces iron to give us aluminium sulfate and Fe. So what is happening over here? Slowly, aluminium from the aluminium can is reacting with FeSO4, which is resulting in tiny holes. जो second point है ना, that is important. The aluminium atom comes from the aluminium can, thus we see holes after few days. Define the type of reaction taking place. So the reaction is displacement reaction. उसका definition क्या है? A reaction in which the place of ion of a less reactive element in a compound is taken by another more reactive element by formation of its own ions. This is called as displacement reaction. Okay, and finally the last type of question which can come in your exam is complete the table. Now this table is again from merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. Sorry, from modern periodic table. Few elements are given to us, we have to fill the proper details. Okay, now कौन से column है? Column 1 elements, then atomic number, electronic configuration and type of element, that is metal, non-metal or metalloid. Aluminium atomic number is given 13. What will be its electronic configuration? Simply 2, 8, 3. Okay, next element is dash blank. We don't know. We have to identify atomic number 14. Electronic configuration 284, type of element metalloid. So the element over here is silicon. Similarly, next element after silicon कौन सा आता है? Aluminium, silicon, phosphorus and then sulfur and chlorine. First 20 elements याद करवाए हैं, आपको shortcut भी बताया है. Please refer that shortcut and remember this elements. So phosphorus atomic number 15, electronic configuration 285, type of element it is a non-metal. Next sulfur atomic number 16, electronic configuration क्या होगा? 2,8,6, again even that is a non-metal. And finally chlorine electronic configuration 2,8,7, even that is a non-metal. So this is how you have to fill few blanks for easily getting marks. 6 blanks for half of mark each, 3 marks. As simple as that. इतना easily आपको marks और कोई भी subject में नहीं मिल सकता. So dear kids, only thing you have to do is just read the textbook and understand each and everything. That's it. बस. ठीक है. So with this, we are done with today's session. What we have discussed, let us conclude this quickly. हमें क्या करना है? टेक्स्ट बुक रीडिंग प्रॉपर करना है. जो भी क्वेश्चन दिया है, वी हैव टू रीड द क्वेश्चन प्रॉपरली, डिकोड द इंफॉर्मेशन. जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन दी है वो सब इंफॉर्मेशन हमें धीरे धीरे फाइंड आउट करनी है, एंड देन अकॉर्डिंगली वी हैव टू राइट द आंसर. दैट्स इट. जो भी चीजें पूरा प्रॉपर रीड करो, decode the, that is get the information properly, and then start writing answer. Directly answer likhna chalu mat karna. It is possible that you might skip something, and skip ho gaya to marks bhi gaya. Okay, so please prepare well. Baki RoboMate is always there for you all. 24/7 teacher is available to you at your home. Please use RoboMate. Prepare well for your board exams. All the best. Good luck and do well. Bye bye. Take care. Stay safe. Stay happy. Thank you so much.